I normally want to have some big intro. I'm just going to cut right to the chase. Imagine this lineup. I'm about to go to sleep, but this lineup has me just thinking, and I just have to just get this out. In the backfield, Miles Sanders, Boston Scott. Wildcat, Greg Ward Jr. in the middle. Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz. On the outside, Robert Davis. Try to stop it. I have to say it this way. Yes, this is a big week because we're playing Dallas. I think this is a bigger week because this could be the difference on how we run our organization going forward. And it could put us in a way different place. Yes, we are using practice squad people right now. But does it mean they don't have talent? Doesn't mean they don't have talent. If you go, and I know people have what they're going to say, I don't care. If you go watch highlights, I've been doing nothing but watching highlights of Greg Ward, some of them Boston Scott, Robert Davis. Washington fans are like pissed that they gave him up to us. They're like pissed. Because the guy has talent, the guy has speed, he has 4.4 type speed, which is what we're looking for in the first place, what we've been lacking all season. We have people that we haven't been utilizing. People have been watching this channel for weeks or years, whatever it might be. This season I've been asking for Boston Scott. We've been asking for Greg Ward. We've been asking for these people. And now that we're forced into a position where everybody's injured, Alshon Jeffery, Deshaun Jackson, Nelson Agholor, these guys are injured. We're forced into a position where we have to use them. Washington put us in this position. Carson Wentz was trying to force the ball into Zach Ertz all game, and when he finally gave up on it, said, I got to give it to somebody else because we have no other options in the fourth quarter and the final drive. Greg Ward was open all day. He's been open all day. These guys can do it. I want to see that Wildcat lineup at least once against Dallas. Yes, of course, I want to beat the living crap out of Dallas, but I want to see us get creative now. Like, for real. Use these guys. Greg Ward was actually a really good college quarterback. And yes, he's now on everybody's radar because he had the game winner, his first touchdown in the NFL. But this is just the beginning if we just do the right thing. We have to get creative now. We know what Dallas is going to do. And I can't really speak too much for our defense. We just have to find, I think on our defense, we just have to gamble and gamble big, and hopefully it comes up because we know they're going to be throwing the ball short to Cobb, and they're going to be chucking up deep to Cooper. He always burns us, and Jason Witten is just always just steady, and Zeke is going to be running. I get all that. I'm not concerned with that. I am, but I'm talking about our offense. I think we can outscore them. But I think we have to adopt a little bit of what they're doing over in Baltimore. Also what they do sometimes over in New England. We have the pieces. I would even bring in Marquand Michelle, whatever his stinking name is. Bring him in too. Like, he was a fan favorite during the preseason for a reason. And use one of our own phrases to our own benefit. Hungry dogs run faster. Greg Ward was up against Norman, which every Eagles fan would take Norman over the corners that we have right now. Or at least put him in the backfield with us. I'm not going to bust so much on him, but whatever. He was in good position. It was tight. And Greg still came down with the touchdown. Okay? So, the guy has talent. You go watch this guy. The guy's speedy. This is what we're looking for. And what we can do is we can start shedding those bigger, older contracts and revitalize this team. And Carson, you need to start trusting these guys. If they're open, throw it to them. If they're open and flat, stop forcing it to Zach Ertz. These guys can do it. But also, I would do a little Wildcat just like what the Saints do as well. Notice what teams I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Patriots and Baltimore and the Saints. These are all the top teams in the NFL. I would use Greg Ward as a Wildcat in short yardage situations or just to spice it up a little bit, because the guy should be at least our third string quarterback, if not just really our second option right there. These are the kind of people we should draft. And if you put him in the backfield as the Wildcat next to Miles Sanders and Boston Scott, with having two tight ends, Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, that's a heavier lineup that you can run the ball effectively, but you're also dealing with the speed of Boston Scott, of Miles Sanders too, but the toughness running of Miles Sanders. But then you also don't know what's going to happen, because both those guys can also catch out of the backfield. You put Robert Davis on the outside, he's going to be our fastest wide receiver because he runs 4.4, and you have him stretch the defense and just have him running a go route. If you want to do one-on-one coverage, he's going to burn some corners. If you do over-the-top help, now you grab two of those defenders out there. Now you have something over in the flat. Either Miles Sanders or Boston Scott's got to beat somebody on one-on-one. If you have bring those guys out along with the linebackers, then now you're dealing with Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, dealing with your Wildcat that is a quarterback in Greg Ward. And if you bring people back with there and try to double cover Zach Ertz, then you got Greg Ward going one-on-one with somebody, and he can make people miss. That, to me, seems like a pretty potent lineup. And I've been thinking about it a lot. I got my robe on, I got my Eagles, yes, custom made. But I got my Eagles, I'm about to go to sleep. But I've been thinking about this nonstop. Dougie P, please, please use Greg Ward as your Wildcat type quarterback. Do it. It'll work for us. We can beat Dallas this week and we can outscore them. I don't care if they score 40 points on us. We can score 41. We need to get creative. We can do this. Go look at the tapes of how he was used, I'm pretty sure you've done, but you got to shed your thoughts about doing traditional way, and let's bring in the new now, because this is Dallas week. And everybody in Philadelphia wants our Eagles to beat the Dallas Cowboys. This isn't even my official hype up video. This is just, I gotta get these thoughts out. Go Birds. Go Greg Ward. Whew. Time to go to sleep.